No, second one.
Oh, on the other side.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Board of Directors meeting for Thursday, the 21st of April, 2016. There is a quorum present. I'm calling the meeting to order. First order of business is introductions. I'm Carl Kenninger, President of the GTCA.
I'm the Soleil Assistant to the General Manager.
Wade Weston, Director.
Sohega Fogler, Pilot 2.
Justin Mack, Director at Large.
Rich Salafuente, Director at Large.
Richard Miller, Director, Tower 1.
Frank Filippoli, General Manager. Art.
Answer E, Tower 3.
Thank you all. The first order of business is approval of the open meeting minutes of March the 17th, 2016. Mr. Secretary?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the open meeting minutes for March 17, 2016 with the corrections. The corrected date for the motion to approve the minutes for the January 14th meeting, for the February 18th meeting, and also to add call to all of the motions.
Is there a second?
I second.
Any discussion? There appears to be no discussion. Calling for a vote. All those in favor of the motion, raise your hand to say aye. Odd?
I abstain because I did not participate in the meeting.
The motion carries. Thank you very much. I have a very short few remarks. I'd like to point out that Sunday, May the 1st, we have our traditional high tea here in the lounge. Sign up. We have a lovely harpist who will play. In July the 4th, we have our 40th anniversary party and picnic in the mini park. Again, the attendance seats soon. We'll have a live band. And we now have the Treasurer's Controller's report.
Hello, my name is Mashe Mai. I will be presenting the financial report this evening. I will start with the cash balances as of March 31st. The depository account has a total balance of $304,000. The R&R account has a balance of $4.7 million. Escrow has a balance of $1.5 million. Total available cash as of March 31st is $5.2 million. I will now talk about accounts receivable. Total accounts receivable from homeowners as of March 31st, 2016 is approximately $3.4 million. $3.3 million that is in legal, $43,000 is in payment plans, $17,000 is 1 month past due, $3,000 is 2 months past due, and the remaining $2,000 is over 6 days past due. I will now talk about accounts payable. Total accounts payable as of March 31st, 2016 is $772,000, which includes all invoices posted as of March plus any note accruals. Legal invoices account for approximately $95,000. R&R invoices account for approximately $181,000. I will now break down the payables. $496,000 is 0 to 30 days old. $144,000 is 31 to 60 days old. $31,000 is 61 to 90 days old. Finally, $100,000 is over 90 days old. For the month of March, $326,000 of payments were made through Cono Cafe. As of April 5th, 2016, there were 635 owner occupants and 440 absentee owners. Of the 440 absentee owners units, 410 are occupied by tenants. Units occupied by tenants represent approximately 38% of total Galaxy units. The The monthly financial package for March is available online. This concludes the financial report.
Are there any questions from the board, from the controller's office? There appears to be no questions. Thank you very much. The next order of business is the manager's report.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the board, Galaxy community. It's my pleasure to provide updates on the following projects and initiatives which have taken place over the last month. The hallway redecorating project. In the last weeks of March, elevator vestibules on the 15th and 16th floors in Tower 1 were mocked up to test finishes and assist the board in making its final decisions regarding carpeting, wall covering, paint lighting, existing mirrors, and textured ceilings for the hallway project. As a result of the mock-ups, adjustments continue to be made in carpet and border patterns, door paint, and lighting levels. And as these final decisions are being made, the process for competitive bidding of the work progresses. For your review and consideration, staff has prepared a comprehensive advertisement for bid package to accompany drawings and technical specifications which were prepared by the project designers. The specifications include options for the scraping and skin coating, smooth finishing of the ceilings throughout the property, and also an option for removal of the mirrors in 117 elevator lobbies of the towers, as recommended by the Hallway Design Committee. The board may elect to make its final decision on these options, as well as its final decisions on finishes after the bids are received and at any time up to the time of contract execution. The advertisement for bids will be distributed to 17 interior and flooring contractors on Monday, April 25th. After a vetting process to determine the suitability of the contractor's qualifications to meet the requirements of this project, those that pass scrutiny will be invited to submit competitive bids to supply and install the interior finishes, including lighting, painting, and wall covering. And in a separate agreement, carpeting. This process is designed to afford the Galaxy the best possible price for the work given the competitive environment of qualified contractors in the greater New York, North Jersey area. Award of these contracts is on target for the June 16th Open Board of Directors meeting with the project start date at end of June. The anticipated duration of the project is 12 to 14 months. Moving on, the garage project update. This project continues with heavy construction phase of project year 2 nearing completion. In the past month, full depth demolition and rebar installation was accomplished on the midspan of the ramp between floors 11 and 10. On Tuesday of this week, there was a 40 cubic yard concrete pour in this section. This present area under construction is anticipated to be completed in approximately 3 weeks or by May 4th, after which time the work area will shift to the opposite side of the ramp, which is anticipated to be completed by the end of July. In August, following the completion of the ramp's reconstruction, traffic coating of the surface and line striping of floors 12 and 11 and the respective ramps will begin with scheduled completion prior to the year's end. Next item is temporary repairs of hallway carpeting. As a safety measure, the maintenance department has installed colored tape on carpeted areas throughout the common hallways to secure loose areas which pose tripping hazards. Color tape marks these areas for short-term carpet replacements, which will begin in early next week. To accomplish this at minimum cost, matching carpet will be salvaged from select areas in each tower and used to patch the high traffic areas throughout the property. The select areas where carpet is salvaged will be replaced with a basic red, blue, or green carpet to temporarily cover those areas until permanent replacement as part of the hallway project. The outdoor pool is scheduled to open on Saturday, May 28th for Memorial Day weekend. Preparations include concrete repair and recoating of the pool deck, the resurfacing of the outdoor pool itself, and hiring and training 3 additional lifeguards for the season. In Tower 3, during the week of April 1st, the Tower 3 trash compactor sustained significant damages when parts of a child's crib were placed in the trash chute by persons unknown. The wood pieces of the crib were forced through the sides of the bottom panel of the compaction chamber. At the bottom of the chute, hydraulic lines were damaged as the internal parts jammed up, which caused the pumps also to overheat. This unfortunate incident diverted the housekeeping staff from its normal duties for several weeks while they manually emptied the overflowing trash bin at the bottom. And this also resulted in an unnecessary repair cost to the Galaxy of some $13,000. An internal promotion in the spa staff, I'm pleased to announce that spa supervisor Xavier Rios was promoted from part-time supervisor to full-time assistant spa manager. Xavier began his service at the Galaxy Towers in 2011 as a lifeguard and was promoted to supervisor in 2014. His dedication, dependability, and demonstration of strong leadership qualifies him for this new assignment. We look forward to working with Xavier and the entire spa team to ensure a successful 2016 season. Finally, before the board, there are two approval items from staff and management. One is the replacement of the Galaxy sign on River and Ferry Roads, which was damaged last year in an automobile accident. And last but not least, I'd like to discuss your toilets. Staff is recommending the association require only commercial-grade metal toilet supply lines in all apartment units throughout the Galaxy. That concludes my report. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Frank. Are there any questions for Frank from the Board of Directors? There appear to be no questions. We're moving on to unfinished business. There is no unfinished business. New business. The first item is metal toilet supply lines. The Secretary has prepared and will read a rather long resolution.
I'd like to make a motion for a resolution. Braided metal toilet supply line requirement. Whereas units in the Galaxy Towers condominium, also known as Galaxy, have experienced repeated failure of plastic toilet supply lines, resulting in damage sustained inside of the units, common hallways, lobbies, and other units. And whereas thousands of dollars in repair expenses have been sustained by unit owners and the association to hardwood floors, walls, and ceilings of affected units and common elements. And whereas unit owners and occupants of units have been displaced during remedial work as a result of the damage caused by toilet supply line failure. And whereas there is a risk of mold developing in the common elements and the units as a result of water leaks caused by failing plastic toilet supply lines. And whereas Section 8 of the Master Deed requires that the unit owners maintain, repair, and replace plumbing fixtures located within a unit. And whereas Article 5, Section 1G of the bylaws gives the power to the board to secure full performance by unit owners or occupants of all terms of maintenance for which they are responsible. And whereas the board has determined that it is in the best interest of the Galaxy to cause all the toilet supply lines which contain plastic parts to be replaced with an industrial braided metal toilet line with stainless steel connectors to minimize the risk of future toilet supply line failure. Now, therefore, be it resolved that all unit owners must replace all existing toilet supply lines which contain plastic parts with an industrial braided metal toilet line with the stainless steel connectors by no later than the August 31st, 2016. Be it further resolved that the association shall install braided metal toilet lines with stainless steel connectors upon request by a unit owner for a fee of $20 per installation for the next 60 days following adoption of this resolution.
Thank you. Is there a second? Second. Is there any discussion about the board? There appears to be no discussion. I'm going to call for a vote for approval of this resolution. Those in favor of this resolution, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion is unanimously carried. Thank you very much, Justin.
You're welcome.
The next item of business is the River Road sign that was damaged approximately 6 months ago by a vehicle. Wade, would you please?
Yeah. I'd like the information. Be resolved that the GTCA awards a contract to Blue Mark Sign Company, Hillsborough, New Jersey, to furnish and install the replacement monument type sign at an intersection of River and Ferry Road in the amount of $24,490, plus 20% for contingencies such as base or footing repairs, for a total contract amount not to exceed $25,788. This work should commence only after a shop drawing and material samples are provided and approved.
The second? Seconded. Is there any discussion? Richard? Excuse me.
Yes. This sign is presently supposed to be in black, total black. This sign will not make us proud. In fact, it looks like a cemetery monument, I'm sorry to say. All along River Road, the signs of other buildings are a similar material and or color of the buildings they stand outside of. The entire process for the sign replacement did not follow protocol. The entire board was not shown design sketches, nor did it have any input. They were sent directly to the beautification committee. The next time the entire board had any knowledge of the proposed sign was when we were informed that an RFP was sent out and quotes were received. We have so little to be proud of at the Galaxy. Why not make the sign announcing the Galaxy fantastic? Sadly, it is not the way it is. Even our old, dated plastic sign was better than this new proposal, and I was against replacing the old sign in kind because I thought it was outdated and cheap looking. Our landscaping is subpar, our hallways will look cheap, like a cheap old hotel if the dated tinted mirrors and popcorn ceilings are left in place as the mock-up on the 15th floor of Tower 1. It looks like we just don't have money and it says nothing great about the Galaxy.
Richard, would you please confine your remarks to the sign?
Well, it's about the greatness of the Galaxy. I'm done. I make a motion to postpone the vote until a better concept that we can be proud of is shown to the board.
Is there a second? There is no second to the motion to postpone. Justin?
I'd like to make a comment. This sign was damaged a long time ago. And it wasn't that the landscape committee wanted to take this on. This was taken on by the landscape committee because it wasn't getting finished. The landscape committee had went way out of their way, soliciting to over 20 vendors to try to get ideas for a style of the sign. They came up with a monument style sign. It was consensus of the committee. And I don't believe that it was in any which way trying to undermine the board of directors by coming up with a recommendation. And since there is a concern from the board, or some people from the board, that the landscape committee had overset their boundaries by taking on a project that still hasn't been completed. It's going on a very long time. Since I am on the landscape committee, I wish to not participate in the vote on this. I recuse myself from any vote on this sign, anything to do with this sign, for any further vote. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have to thank landscape committee that they took their time and basically followed up on this project. We all have opportunity to basically give our opinion about the sign and whether we approve it or not. I don't know why Richard is making a big deal about it. They took their time, they worked on it, and the purpose of the committees is to be there to help the board and get things done when they have been assigned to the body board.
Hi, just a real quick point. This went back and forth for a little while, and I specifically made the point of making sure that we got an approved drawing of what the sign was and material samples before it was finally approved. So the draft is not the final approval, and all the decisions have not been made yet. So the motion is to review those and make those before we pass, before we approve.
Additional comments? There appear to be no additional comments. All, just to make sure, Art?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. All those in favor of the motion, raise your hand to signify, or say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Abstentions?
I'll recuse.
That's an abstention. The motion is carried. Thank you very much. The next item of business is the appointment of committee members. Just to make sure that everybody understands, the administrative resolutions for most committee members provide that the committee members at the beginning of the year recommend to the board the chairperson for that year. This has been done for all the committees we'll talk about today. After that, the chairperson of the committee makes recommendations to the board for committee members. The board does not have the obligation to take these recommendations, but will vote on each of the committees separately. And procedure will be, I will ask Justin to read the recommended committee members, first from the garage committee, and we'll see if there are any comments.
I make a motion to appoint for the Garage Safety Committee members Annabelle Finanza, Peter A. Jankowski, Steve Rosen, Aaron Shefflin, Thomas Adams, and William Freimer.
Is there a second? The motion is second. Is there any comment? There appears to be no comment. I will call for a vote. All those in favor of appointing the Garage Safety Committee, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. The next is the Parents Committee.
I make a motion to appoint the Parents Committee Claudia Buttenhoff, Rebecca Matsuno, Anna Morano Ray, Rima Yamamura, Patricia Lira, Mildred Tolentino.
Is the second? Motion is second. Is there any comment? There appear to be no comments. All those in favor of approving the Parents Committee, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. The Seniors Committee.
I make a motion to appoint the Seniors Committee Joe Ginder, Bakshi, Glenn Fuzak, Arlene Barnett, Myra Brodsky, Rokio Day, Inga Lekans, LaChance. Excuse me, thank you very much. David Mindick, Peggy Rackett, Abad Rizvi, Rita Calla.
Is there a second? The motion is second. Any discussion? Appears to be no discussion. All those in favor of appointing the Seniors Committee, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
I believe the motion is unanimous. The Social and Cultural Committee.
I make a motion to appoint the Social and Cultural Committee of Martha Noje, Pan Sanabria, Judy Freimer, Yoki Jote, Mary Lane, Janine Keehan, Carol Rosen, Elsa Schwartz, Linda Verrigan, and Susan Mack.
Seconded. Is seconded. Are there any comments? There appear to be no comments. All those in favor of appointing this committee, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. The SPA Committee.
I make a motion to appoint the SPA Committee Herb Kelson, Irvin Maramba, Myra Brodsky, Meredith Vininsky, Paul Zakshi, Jose Alvarez, Stephen Atso Borzinski.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion is seconded. Is there any comment? Richard? Please.
Yes, it appears 2 members were left off. So I want to make, you want me to make the motion after or now?
Make a motion to add.
Okay. I have a motion prepared, so that's fine.
The motion should be to add these people to the committee.
Well, I'll say why.
Then you can speak on the motion if it's accepted.
I'm going to make a motion.
Please.
I'm going to make a motion. So I suggest you just let me read it.
No, I'm not going to let you read it. Make the motion.
I'm making the motion. Whereas under Administrative Resolution Number 9, establishment of the STAR Committee, the board recognizes that a viable system.
Make the motion to add the people.
Let him speak.
I want to speak.
Make your motion.
I'm making my motion. Go ahead, if it pleases you. The board recognizes that a viable system of standing committees is needed to aid the board in its work and to enable the members of the association to contribute toward the welfare and lifestyle of all Galaxy owners and residents. Are you happy?
Let him speak.
Whereas the board recognizes the need to provide the board of directors with updated information and recommendations regarding STAR activities, conditions, rules, and equipment from the user's point of view. Whereas Judith Courtney and Ruth Olson were approved by a vote of the STAR Committee membership. Oh, I can't hear myself reading. Their name interfering with my right to make a motion. Their names were forwarded along with the other proposed members by the STAR Committee chairs to the entire board for 2016 on 2 separate dates. December 10th, 2015 under the subject STAR Committee names for 2016 and on March 20th. I'm going to continue reading. Whereas a pattern is developing against approving committee memberships for Judith Courtney and/or Ruth Olson. Whereas Judith Courtney and Ruth Olson were unanimously approved by a vote of the Seniors Committee for membership on the Seniors Committee. I suggest you let me continue.
No, I want you to sit down and relinquish the floor.
No. Whereas Judith Courtney was unanimously approved by a vote of the Governmental Affairs Committee to become a member of the committee in the recent past.
Please nominate 2 people if you
I'm getting to it. Whereas, as soon as they moved to the Galaxy, Judith Courtney and Ruth Olson began. I know, I'm making the same kind of resolution that Justin made.
No, you're not.
I most certainly
You are not. You are not. You are amending a resolution. So stop.
Excuse me, but you can only amend the motion.
So
That's it. You can either amend the motion or you don't amend the motion.
I'm very good about amending.
You're in the middle of the motion.
Whereas as soon as they moved to the Galaxy, Judith Courtney, I can speak louder. Judith Courtney and Ruth Olson began to be involved in helping to make things better at the Galaxy. In an email to the board on November 29, 2015, questioned why they were not being approved by the board. Whereas Judith Courtney, Ruth Olson, Gail Hoffman, and Phoebe Strumza have all experienced at various times the same inaction by the board. Whereas a pattern is developing against these owners, clearly punishing them for their political affiliations, including, but not limited to, exercising their right to arbitrate.
Richard, I will ask the board to formally censure you if you don't stop.
It's my right to make. What are you afraid of?
I'm not afraid of anything. You will please stop because you're not recognized anymore. You're out of order.
You can't take it away. You recognize me.
Richard was elected to the board. Let him speak on behalf of the owners who elected
Oh,
him.
you would make it easier if you would just let me read.
If you would just make your motion very simply.
It's amending the motion, we're in the middle of the motion. Either you
Amending the
amend-
I'm adding to it.
No, listen, you have to amend the motion. or-
Exercising their right to arbitrate the 2015 GTCA election results that was part of the 2015 election rules that all candidates were required to sign so they could become a candidate for the board of directors. Whereas the board is the establishment holding power, whereas in a democracy, the rights of the minority are protected. Whereas punishment based on political views is un-American and illegal in the United States and is very serious. Whereas it is the duty of directors to treat all homeowners equally and not punish a homeowner or group of homeowners who are exercising their rights or expressing their opinions versus the board, the establishment, thereby potentially creating two classes of owners.
I recess the meeting. We will convene in 2 minutes.
How about the second?
Okay, there is a motion on the table. All those in favor of the motion, please raise your hand to signify yes.
Yes.
All those, yes. All those opposed? You opposed, Richard? Or all those abstaining?
I'm going to make another
Well, the motion, no, you're not, because you're not recognized.
when we get done. You have to recognize
I
me to
don't
make a
have
motion.
to recognize,
Yes, you do.
I don't have to recognize you in the
What are
course
you
of this
afraid of,
business.
Carl?
Richard,
You're afraid
you
of-
are out of the order. The motion is carried. The next motion,
Sad day for the galaxy.
the next. Motion is carried.
There was-
The next item of business is the recreational activities. The recreational activities committee is a little bit different than the rest of the committee. Each of the clubs have a manager. Each of the clubs appoint a manager. The managers of the club may be appointed to the recreational activities committee. Whether they're appointed or not, it does not affect their status as club manager. Can I have a motion, please?
I'd like to make a motion to appoint the Recreational Activities Committee, Steve Rosen and Hernando de Villa.
No, that's not.
As club, the club managers, I'd like to make a motion to appoint the club managers for the Bridge Club of Evelyn Blaine and Sherry Zuckerman.
You're appointing the managers to the committee, so read the list of managers, please.
Of Steve Rosen, Hernando de Villa, Evelyn Blaine, Sherry Zuckerman, Elaine Brooks, Hernando de Villa, Barry Nevins, Valentina Papava Blom, Olga Salavina, Kathy Mobley, Mary Lane, Karan Bakshi, Mike Bowler, Sweeta Patel, and Myra Brodsky.
Is there a second? Is there any additional comment?
I have you want me to do it now? I have another motion.
Do you have an amendment to this motion? You have to make an amendment to this motion.
I'll do it under new business then.
You can do whatever you want to make new business. Then there is.
I will amend this.
You wish to make an amendment
Yes.
to the motion to?
Let me read it. My amendment is, whereas under administrative resolution 6, establishing
Richard, please don't go through this again.
Activities Committee, the board recognizes the need to encourage recreational
I join the
activities
meeting
clubs
temporarily
and to
until
provide a
Richard
variety of
can become
leisure time
secretary.
activities, both within and
Richard,
outside the community, and to
Richard,
appeal to individual and specific
You come
interests.
back to order.
I can wait.
You should wait, but you won't be recognized.
I'll do it under new business now. What are you afraid of?
Richard, I'm not.
What are you afraid of? Obviously, you're afraid of something, Carl.
It's You're an embarrassment.
I'm not embarrassed. You are the embarrassment. I am not. Oh, no, no. So, I am not the embarrassment. You are the embarrassment.
Richard,
For
please.
misconduct.
Would you please,
Richard? And don't turn it.
Okay.
Well, then just let me read what I have to.
We are now back. We are now back in the session. You are not recognized, Richard. Are there any other comments on this? There appears to be no other comments. I'm calling a vote for the recreational activities committee, approval of the recreational activities committee. All those in favor?
Yes.
All those opposed? All those abstaining? The motion is carried. Other new business. We have another new business on the table that has been suggested to me. Wade, you have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to approve $4,960 for bushes and trees for the.
Could you talk into the microphone? Can't hear you back here.
I'm sorry, can you hear me now? I'd like to make a motion to approve $4,960 for bushes and trees to be added to the mini park provided by and installed by Limco.
I second.
Is there any discussion? There appears to be no discussion. All those in favor of the motion, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
The motion is unanimous. Is there other new business? Richard, if you're going to bring new business before the board, make it in the form of a short motion.
I will make it in the form to say what I have to say. There's no rules against short motions, long motions, or anything. Whereas, I'm making the same kind of motion that Justin made. Whereas, under Administrative Resolution 6, establishment of a recreational activities committee, the board recognizes the need to encourage recreational activities, clubs, and to provide a variety of leisure time opportunities, both within and outside the community, and to appeal to individual and specific interests. Whereas members of the recreational activities committee are managers of the various clubs, and members shall be appointed by the board. Whereas an individual becomes eligible to join the committee by volunteering to organize and become a member of a club that is approved by the committee chairperson. Whereas Gail Hoffman is the manager of the Creative Eye Club and is therefore a member of the Recreational Activities Committee upon the approval of a vote of the board of directors. Whereas Gail Hoffman is a Galaxy owner for 31 years, a former director for 3 years, and along with the other Creative Eye Club members responsible for the creative photographs in the spa hallway, thereby enhancing life at the Galaxy. Whereas a pattern is developing against certain owners, clearly punishing them for their political affiliations, including not limited to exercising their right to arbitrate the 2015 DTCA election.
Keep reading.
Why not?
Because it's...
And it was part of the 2015 election rules that all candidates were required to sign to become a candidate. It was their right, whereas the board is the establishment holding power, whereas in a democracy, the rights of the minority are protected. Whereas punishment based on political views is un-American and illegal in the United States and very serious. Whereas there's the duty
Richard, you're not making a motion, you're making a speech.
To treat all homeowners equally, not to...
I'm asking for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Second, all those in favor? All those opposed? The motion is adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Keep going. Keep reading it so we can hear it.
Whereas the practice of these types of actions